Welcome to Caseback Watches. My name is Tim and this is not a regular episode. This is Behind the Curtains. And from time to time I report about the things behind the curtains, how things work here on Caseback Watches. And I receive over and over the question how I record my music, how I record my voice, how the audio thing works here on Caseback. And yeah, this is the idea for this video, to inform you and to show you everything. I mean, maybe you have a channel on your own, maybe you want to produce a little image film for your business, or you are the sort of guy who wants to know how things work. And so this is the topic for today, audio production on Caseback. And first part, I would say I explain you how I record the sound. In the second half, I will explain how I edit the sound. And yeah, maybe you find this helpful. I'm not an expert, I'm not a sound engineer or something like that, but in the last 2 years, I found some solutions which work, which actually work. What we have to understand first is that the sound is more important than the video quality. I know it sounds super strange, but I haven't made this up. You can find this in every tutorial, professional tutorial, that people are willing to tolerate a little misty video quality, for example, or video quality without 100% sharpness. But they do not tolerate bad audio. Poor audio is super annoying to hear, super annoying to follow, and so if you want to invest something, then start with the audio quality. And the first rule here is, if you are filming with your iPhone or with a normal DSLR camera, then don't use the onboard microphone. Doesn't work. It really doesn't work. And if you don't believe me, then hear this. This now is the audio quality from the camera. And of course you can edit this, you can improve it a little bit, but you cannot make it perfect. Absolutely not. So do not record with your onboard microphones. You have to use something different. And a good alternative can be this, could be this. This is an USB microphone. The beauty here is that it goes directly in your computer. This is manufactured by Samsung, retails at, what is it, 60, 70 bucks, delivers way better audio quality than your camera. And if you see my older videos then, and you see me without this thing here, then the sound was delivered by this Samsung, and it was placed here under the video frame. And this is the big problem. You have to find out a good position for the microphone. Best position is this, but then everybody can see it. In film, it hangs from the ceiling just outside the camera. Delivers very good quality. This is not a good solution for my little study here. And the problem, of course, is if you speak in that direction, then it's very loud and full. And if you speak in that direction, then the audio quality is totally, completely different. And you can balance this out with your editing software, but it's a heck of work. And problem number 2, of course, is the reverb of the room. Because when this thing is like this, with a long distance between you and the mic, then it catches all things going on in the room and not only your voice, and this is then the problem. But after all, good alternative, affordable alternative to the onboard microphone of your camera, easy to place, easy to plug in, and so yeah, good way to go. Maybe I will find this thing on Amazon, then I will place a link, an affiliate link in the descriptions, but let's see if I find it. And now the top-notch thing is this clip-on microphone. This is the best way to go, in my opinion, because it's very close to your mouth, and so you don't have all those disturbing noises from the room, because every room has a sound. And sometimes people like the sound of a room, but this is more for music instruments. Voice, you rather want to be dry, crisp and clear, and do you want a clean signal, you can edit, and so this is, in my opinion, the way to go. Works with the XLR system. This is the problem, you cannot plug it in your computer. You need an interface. Interface is just a little box who converts the signal from your XLR based microphone to the USB system of your computer. Okay, this is the thing. And they come in big varieties, you can buy them very cheap. I use the Focusrite. I will place an affiliate link in the description if I find this thing at a good price on Amazon. And this is very basic. But if you only want to record your voice or 1 or 2 instruments, then it's enough. It's really enough. Then keep it simple. Then it's really better to keep things simple to avoid malfunctions and trouble and hassle. But of course, this microphone has a downside as well. If I speak in this direction, then the sound is really good. If I speak in this direction as well, the sound is different, but it's not so bad as the USB microphone. The bigger problem is this. You hear this? This is catches. This is the baddest accident you can have, because this, if you check your notes and then your breath disturbs the signal. Of course you can edit this, but editing then means you have to make voiceovers. Then you are synchronizing yourself with the editing software, and the heck of work. And so it's very important to speak in that direction and not exactly to the microphone. This makes trouble. Trouble as well makes if you move around and you rub at the cable, then sometimes you have a really, really bad sound. Or if your tie touches the microphone. This is really a problem. So they are delicate. They deliver top quality, but they are delicate. And sometimes I really have to make voiceovers. Sometimes you can hear this a little bit, but I try to edit it that way that it's nearly unhearable, but yeah, complicated. But now let's go to Caseback Audio Productions, big name for a very small operation. A viewer spotted Logic behind me. No, it's GarageBand. Today you can use GarageBand for decent audio quality. I mean, back then 10 years ago, the program was very basic and yeah, really not really usable. But now it's a great program if you don't need extra instruments. Because let's say you have written your nice jazz tune and you want some strings in it. The violin on GarageBand sounds like a pipe of a steamship. It's ridiculous. And I think all the other instruments sound pretty inferior, with some exceptions. The double bass can be tolerated, let's say, and that's what I do. I play the onboard double bass with GarageBand double bass with this. This is a Midi controller, and with a Midi controller you play your bass. Boom, 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 boom. And this works pretty good. You can play drums with the thing as well. And this is the Akai MPK Mini. I've done some research on YouTube about a good, decent thing which works, which is not overly complicated. And so maybe I put a link in the description as well for this thing if I find it on Amazon at a reasonable price. And yeah, but it works outstandingly well, I must say. Really good thing. And the rhythm guitar I record as in a normal studio, the old-fashioned way. I use this microphone, in fact, because this delivers great audio quality for acoustic guitars. And by the way, it's an Audio Technica. Oh, let me check the number. Audio Technica, the 88531. Not available on Amazon. I think only available at your local music store or online at their website. Goes for 220 euro, or the equivalent in US dollars, which is maybe 230 that way. Yeah, great product. I use it for all my recordings. And then the lead guitar I do as well with that microphone. I play it myself, I play it in front of the camera, I play it always with headphones. Explanation behind this is that I play to the bass and the rhythm guitar. I have to hear the bass and the rhythm guitar, but I don't want that the microphone, which catches now the lead guitar, catches also the sound from the speakers, because I want a clean, separated signal for every instrument. And so I put the so-called band, on my headphones and play the lead guitar to this. If you see me without headphones and playing to a sound file, then it's a play along, that's a playback. Then I make I've done this joke in one video that I make a wristwatch check during playing. This was of course a joke. So if you see me without headphones, then there's something fishy going on. Okay, that's this side here, and I think now we go on the computer and I'll show you quickly how I edit the audio files and how I synchronize the sound. Very important, because you can see video files on YouTube where the video is here and the audio is here and the people are speaking, and after 3 seconds the sound comes, and of course this is unwatchable then. Okay, here we are. This is GarageBand, and I'm recording my voice right now. You can see this here. And I don't use the equalizer now for voice recordings. I do only this post-production thing here, I do only with music. When it comes to the voice, I export this sound file, I import it then to Premiere Pro. And I have done this with the earlier sound file I recorded during the intro. And now you can see here the material. Here you can see the video file. This is the video file from, oh, I look stupid that way. And here you see the audio file of the camera. So this is exactly what I don't want. This is the video file, here's the audio file. I don't want the audio file. And now you may ask, why did you record that audio file? Well, the explanation is I want the curves and contours here to synchronize the sound. This now is the audio file from the Audio Technica, from this microphone. And the only thing I have to do now is to find similarities, peaks, so that I can just match those forms here and synchronize that way the sound. Often I use a very distinguishable, my God, peak like this, and then I do this until I have a perfect synchronized sound. Now I can just throw away the original audio file of the camera and have now the audio file of the Audio Technica microphone. Next step, I use some sort of help. I want a compressor on it, equilibrates a little bit loud parts with quieter parts, and I want a mastering tool, and the mastering tool is basically to bring the low shelf, for example, a little bit up. So I make this very quiet here because I don't want that you hear my unedited rambling, because of course there's cutting involved. But you can see here that this is not very equal. The heights are very down, there's no bass, and so what I do is I bring everything up a little bit, so this is a little bit even here, so that you can hear the bass in my voice, that you can hear the mid section and the heights. And with a compressor, I bring up the sound a little bit, the pitch, and mostly that's it. Now I have a really good sounding, like you hear my voice, a really good sounding audio file made by the Audio Technica together with a video file of the camera. And it works the same way with a audio file with a piece of music, but then I use GarageBand to do all the post-production, the equalizer, and some effects. If you need effects, then you have much more work here, and then you export the finished audio file to Premiere Pro, and then you drag it just in your video, and then you connect it or you synchronize it then with the video file which shows you playing. That's the idea, and the video file which shows you playing is also with the onboard camera sound files, so that the synchronizing process is exactly the same like this. Yeah, that's the way it's done. Okay, that's all. That's all I personally know about recording sound, audio and music for a YouTube channel. I'm thinking about to improve the Caseback audio productions with another software, maybe Logic, I don't know. I'm thinking of Cubase, very expensive, and so I really have to enjoy working with that stuff. But yeah, maybe it's more fun for me, and it is fun to record music. I can assure you that. I mean, it's damn easy to buy stock music online. There are websites like Epidemic Sounds, and I use Epidemic Sounds, link also in the description. I use Epidemic Sounds, and they deliver outstanding quality sometimes, but often it's not exactly what you want, or especially the jazz branch there is very small, and sometimes you have months without a new title, and yeah, so this is always the second best in my opinion, is Epidemic Sound. Okay, but now let's stop here. I hope I've told you something useful here, and if you want to add something, if I make mistakes here, or if you have spotted something I could do better with my equipment, with my setup, then please don't hesitate, put it in the comments, that I can learn from you. And now let me thank you very much for your attention, and maybe until next time.